You know when you see a Gold Glover make one of those absolutely impossible plays, it just looks like pure, raw, natural talent, right? Well, what if I told you that every single one of those incredible defensive plays, it isn't just born from athleticism. Nope, it's built piece by piece.
So, how do they do it? You know the shortstop I'm talking about, the one who just seems to glide across the infield. Or that outfielder who gets a perfect jump on a ball the second it leaves the bat. What is the secret behind that effortless grace? How in the world do they turn total chaos into an out in like the blink of an eye?
Well, the answer is all in this structure, the pyramid of defense. And it makes perfect sense when you think about it. You can't build a skyscraper starting with the penthouse, right? You have to build it from the ground up. And it's the exact same thing with a highlight reel play. You just can't make one without mastering the basics. Every single incredible action is built on the layer right below it. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to climb that pyramid together. We'll start at the bottom with the absolute must-haves, throwing and catching. Then, we'll see how the ball itself dictates everything. After that, we're moving up to the beautiful teamwork of the double play. And we'll finish right at the peak, the mental game. That's what really separates the good from the great.
All right, first things first, the foundation. I'm talking about the absolute non-negotiable skills. Seriously, without this solid base, the whole pyramid just crumbles. And it all begins with something so simple, how you hold the baseball.
And it really all comes down to this, the four-seam grip. You see how the fingers are placed across the seams? That's the key. Doing that creates the most backspin possible. It's kind of like how a plane's wings create lift. That spin is what keeps the ball flying straight and true so it doesn't just tail off to the side. It is literally the secret to an accurate throw.
Now, the throw itself? It's like a symphony of movement. And trust me, it is not just about arm strength. It all starts with this quick 1-2 rhythm with your feet to get your whole body aligned. Then you've got the arm action. You see how the elbow stays high? That's crucial for both power and preventing injury. Next up is the crow hop, that explosive little skip that channels all your power from the ground up. And finally, the follow-through, which lets your arms slow down safely. The whole thing is just a perfect kinetic chain.
And what about catching? Well, the most important rule is actually beautifully simple. It's all about where your hands are. Is the ball coming in high, say above your belly button? Fingers up. Is it coming in low? Fingers down. That's it. This one simple rule makes sure your glove is always in the best possible position to snag that ball and absorb the impact.
Okay, so we've got the fundamentals locked down. Now let's climb up to the next level of the pyramid and see how we actually apply those skills. Because here's the thing about defense. You don't decide what the play is going to be. The ball does. And that first step, oh man, it is everything. Let's say a ball is absolutely scorched into the gap. A fielder uses what's called a crossover step. It's this explosive move to start covering ground sideways, like right now. But what if the ball is launched deep over their head? That's where the drop step comes in. It's hands down the fastest way to turn your hips and just break into a full sprint. Two totally different situations, two very specific, very important solutions. And just look at the difference in how you feel the ground ball depending on the situation. On a routine play, you play it safe, right? You get your body behind the ball, focus on security, make sure you get the out. But what if it's the bottom of the ninth and the winning run is trying to score from second? That's when you see the scoop. It's a high-risk, do-or-die move where you field the ball on the run. It is a total all-or-nothing play, trading security for pure speed.
You know, elite defense isn't just about reacting to the ball. It's about mastering the entire environment. We're talking about using your glove to shield your eyes from the sun, knowing exactly how much room you have on the warning track before you run into that wall, feeling which way the wind is blowing and how it's going to affect a high-fly ball. The best defenders don't just react, they anticipate. They control everything around them.
All right, let's keep climbing. We're now at a level where individual skill just isn't enough. This is where it's all about synchronized perfection. We're talking about the beautiful, high-speed ballet of the double play. So how is it that middle infielders can make one of the hardest plays in sports look so, well, routine? The secret? It's all about anticipating the play and, get this, cheating the footwork. They're not waiting for the ball to get to them. They are already moving toward the bag, getting their feet in position for the throw before the ball is even in their glove. It's all about being one step ahead of the game. Just how fast are we talking here? Well, brace yourself for this number, 1.25 seconds. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. That is the total amount of time an elite shortstop has the ball in their possession.
We're talking from the moment it hits the leather to the second it's back in the air. There is absolutely zero wasted movement. It's just pure, refined, practiced a million times muscle memory.
And this is why that speed matters so much. That cheated footwork, that lightning-fast transfer, it literally saves the equivalent of 3 to 4 steps for the runner who's hustling down the line. In a game of inches, that is a mile. That insane efficiency is the difference between an inning-ending double play and leaving a guy on first base.
And here we are. We've made it to the very peak of the pyramid. This is where the truly elite players separate themselves from everyone else. It's not about physical skill anymore. It's all about what's going on between the ears. It's about winning the game before the ball is even hit.
You see, for a great defender, the work starts way before the first pitch is even thrown. During warm-ups, they're already running through a mental checklist. Okay, how's the ball bouncing off this particular wall? What's the wind doing today? Where's the sun going to be in the 8th inning? They're constantly gathering data, creating this detailed mental map of the field so that, come game time, there are absolutely no surprises.
And that mental game, it never stops. It continues on every single pitch. The decision to make a diving catch, that's not just instinct. It's a lightning-fast calculation. What's the score? How many outs? What inning are we in? Because diving and missing could mean the difference between a single and a double. So that risk has to be weighed against the reward, all in a fraction of a second.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this one mindset, and it's summed up perfectly in this classic piece of baseball philosophy. An outfielder must want every ball to be hit in his direction. Think about that. It's not about being afraid of making a mistake, it's an eagerness. It's a confidence that only comes from knowing you've done the work, you've climbed the pyramid, and you are ready for literally anything that comes your way.
So the next time you're watching a game and you see a routine ground ball go right through an infielder's legs, now you'll know. It wasn't just one little mistake. It was a crack in the foundation. It was the entire pyramid of defense, from the way the ball was gripped, to the footwork, to the mental prep, all of it, crumbling in a single moment. It's the ultimate reminder that in baseball, great defense is truly an art, and it's an art that is built, not born.